I'm going to read you this email, and I'll make it anonymous to protect the innocent. But man, this stuff makes you fire. This is a video more towards financial planners than maybe even you as consumers of financial education. You don't know what boat you're missing, my friends, in the financial planning industry by charging your stupid 1% a year fees. You don't know. You don't know the lives you can impact. Just some dude with his dog in a freaking, I got sweatpants on. Sometimes, most of the time I shave, but let me just read this to you and you make a decision for yourself. Do you want to keep going the way you're going, which is a path of devastation and destruction in its wake for sure, because you cannot justify a 1% fee. It's impossible to justify that. Or do you want to go a different path, which is where you can help a whole lot more people and still make a good living? All right, trust me, I made a good living last year. I'm well on my way to making another good living this year. And I'm helping people that would not otherwise be able to be helped. And so if you're in the financial planning industry, you're like, I got to go the 1% route because I don't know why, because. It's like being the old school broker of charging sales charges. I got to go because why? I got to charge a commission because that's what we've all done. It's the only way to make it. Hey, Josh. The new adventure has officially started. So on this beautiful, bright, sunny day, me and some of his friends walked out of a certain office very happy as free men. I just want you to know that the work you do on your channel and the hands-on approach and explaining the options used in different retirement strategies is why I am here. This guy, trust me, he's a knowledgeable guy. He's my work on this channel. Old Josh, without any fancy schmancy stuff, just old Josh and a dog. And, dog is a little bit late to the game, but still, is the reason why he is here. Now, look, I am not the reason why he's able to leave. He's able to leave because he and his wife have done the grunt work. But when you get 90% of the way to the goal, sometimes you need a little kick in the pants to get to the next 10%. And that's kind of what I did. And it's interesting, this is going to sound a little bit self-serving, but this is the kind of stuff I do for a lot of my, everyone who hires me, everyone. Seems like the vast majority of people who hire me tell me the same thing. Like I was talking to a couple yesterday. I said, man, just hang it up. You don't have to, but my goodness, hang it up. They're like, oh, you can just see it. You can feel it. You can see it. Sometimes I do video chat. Sometimes I do just on the phone. But you can see it. You can feel it. They just need someone to tell them they're going to be okay without feeling like there's a sales pitch. And my financial planning friends, that could be you. But because you have a sales pitch in which you are wanting to manage money, I'm telling you, man, they're sitting there thinking, I don't know, man, because this guy just wants me to retire so he can roll over my money and get a fee. And that's not the way to do business. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you. And I'll never forget the people last night. It was freaking awesome. Dude, it's awesome. I'm sitting there saying, I give you my permission to hang up your boots. Really? Yeah. I give you my permission. You're fine. And we know they're fine because we run the numbers. I have nothing to sell them. And look, I've had a couple of people that say you just can't do it. Not very often, though. Most people contact me know that they're in a pretty good place, but they just need to hear from an uninterested third party. Now, I am interested. I'm absolutely interested in the well-being of the people. Americans, but certainly people who hire me for a fee. I do not want them to be misread in my assumptions about their ability to retire. But an uninterested third party is that I get nothing from. I can sugarcoat things all day long, but why? Right. So your help in developing my plan and answering questions using the software was a key in giving the confidence to push the trigger after a long time. The ability to use right capital and backtest changes is a really big item in his world. And if you knew his world, you'd understand what that would mean. The other half of the equation is just following your channel. That's not only informative, but entertaining. Also out of today's PC zone. Some people say, you're going to lose all your subscribers because you get a little bit political. I'm not appealing to left-wing people. I'm not, man. I mean, that's fine. If people on the left want to hire me, that's fine. That's just not my... I don't need 50,000 people to be successful. Let's just put it that way. I don't need that. And I don't even need to have fellow travelers as much as you think I do. And in fact, I guarantee you will not agree with everything that I say. I guarantee. but I'm not going to kneel at the altar of political correctness just because that's what everybody else is doing. I will not do that. Look, if I got to go down in flames because I'm not kneeling to political correctness, I don't care. And that's, I mean, come on, man. I'm not blazing the trail here. Why do you think Trump got elected? Because he doesn't care. I mean, Bernie could have done it, but Bernie said, no, I got to go the way of the Democratic politicians. And now he's trying again, but that ship has sailed, Bernie. You should have jumped on the Tulsi bandwagon if you wanted to, but your ship has sailed, brother. Your ship has sailed because we knew you sold your soul for rock and roll when you decided to jump on the Clinton bandwagon. But did Trump jump on the Jeb Bush bandwagon? No, sirree, Bob. All right, so just the other day, my wife said, I know why you watch the channel. He sounds just like you. Loud and proud. Well, I'm loud because I don't hear that well, but proud. I'm proud to be an American. America. Keep up the good work, and I'll reach out to you if I have any questions. Right on. P.S. I'm now looking to get out of his high tax state and move to a lower tax state. It didn't take long for my wife to understand the benefit when we showed her the tax consequence of staying in a high tax state. So that's just awesome, man. I tell you, my financial planning friends who are out there are looking for a different model. The model is yours. It's yours is yours, man. It's ready for the taking. It is. Stop with your asset under management fees because everyone knows that your goal is to get them to invest with you for a fee. And you're turning off probably 85% of the population. You don't have access to 85% of the population because you don't offer any other services. I mean, you only offer investments under management fees. And that's nuts. Now, people say, well, I do both. I do financial planning plus AUM. I'm telling you, you gotta make you gotta make a decision. Are you gonna be a financial planner or are you gonna be an investment guy? I can do both. I hate to say it, I don't think you can. I really don't think you can. If you're doing financial planning for people on a regular basis, and purportedly you're investing money, you're managing investments as well. Well, we know what's going on here. You're not managing them. You're putting in separately managed accounts, or you put them in index funds that are on a push button investment management style. And so you're not earning your 1% fee by doing that. You're just not. Now, if someone wants to hire you for picking stocks, man, I got no qualm with that. None whatsoever. I don't think you should, but if someone wants to do that, that's fine. You want to pick stocks, you want to buy, sell to try to generate some alpha, that's fine. But if you're charging 1% to put them in a diversified portfolio that's automatically rebalanced through iRebal or whatever it's called, or Wealthfront, you just got to change your tune. You got to. This email right here, I would never have had if he did not recognize. If he would have thought I'm only here to try to get him to roll over his money so I can manage it for 1%, he would never hire me. As well, he should not have. And trust me, the year I'm starting off so far this year is very, very profitable. If it even keeps going, not even. If I made the money for the rest of the year as I made in January, I would have by far and away made more than I've ever made in my life. Nothing come close. I'm not expecting to because January was freaking insane how much money I made this month. I've never made that much money in a month, other than when I don't even know if when I got my bonuses at USAA. It's insane. I would never expect to make this much money in any month again. But I'm just telling you, the money is there for you to have a successful career, helping people freaking see the light that they can quit their crappy old job and go on and do better and more meaningful things. But they're not going to hire you if you sit there and say, I need 1% fee. And but why would I pay 1%? Well, because here's a new cliche, friends. This is what they said. Because you can't manage your emotions, huh? I've always hated that sales pitch. Well, investing is a very emotional thing, and you need someone to protect you from yourself. Essentially, I've hated that. You might, if you're a consumer, this might not mean anything to you. But what we're doing now is we recognize we can't beat the market, so we're doing behavioral advice now, and I freaking hate that crap. And I love my man Nick Murray, who has been a huge impact on me, but he talks about this all the time: behavioral counseling. And I just And basically the issue is we want to prevent you from making the big mistake. And the big mistake is selling in 2009 as opposed to staying in the market. And like, I get it, some people did. In my experience, and I've been around for a long time, I've talked to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. The vast majority of just individual consumers did not sell in 2009. They didn't. In my experience, the people who sold are the professionals, all right, because they think they know better than the market, and they don't. I mean, this is why Ben Graham calls it Mr. Market. They don't. The market knows better than you, and the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. And so what happens here is people say, "Oh, I'm a behavioral. I'm going to keep you from selling on a down market and buying on an up market." No, I mean, look, some people do it. I mean, there's stock trading things all here all the time. We're here buy on the dips. That doesn't make sense to me. Buy on the dips means you have to have cash and wish to buy on the dips. But at the end of the day, you can't offer behavioral investing and management to compensate for the freaking insane expense of a 1% fee. I mean, you can, but you're not. You're serving. Even Kitts has said this. You're serving this. All right. So here's a population at large right here. All right. There's a population at large. Here's a population at large that would like to talk to you about financial planning right here, right? So these people on the outside either don't want to talk to somebody about financial planning, they can't afford it, or they don't want to pay. But here's your group of people right here that are willing to have the resources to talk to, willing to pay as well. And so what's happening here is all the AUM managers are looking at this one tiny little group of people. And that tiny little group of people is dwindling in front of our very eyes. Why? Well, simply due to the fact that more and more people are getting educated on the insanity of paying for fees, investment management fees. It doesn't make sense. Now, the people I talked to last night, I told them to go over Vanguard, the personal advisory service, because I got no qualm with Vanguard. I actually like it. It's a second, place you can go to get some investment advice, some financial planning, real basic generic stuff. But this is what I do. I say, look, every year, hire me. I charge $500 a year for a check-in. Once you're the software, $500 a year check-in. Once we do the full-fledged financial plan, we can, you tell me what Vanguard's saying, we can, whatever. But you're already in the software, man. So it's, it's easy to update it. I mean, because it updates automatically as long as you link your accounts. And so I said, just go over there, pay 35 basis points to Vanguard. 35 basis points, my friends, about 1/3 of 1%. The all-in fee is roughly a half a point. So you're paying a half a point to Vanguard. You have a team accessible to you. They'll take care of all the stuff. Later on down the road, you don't like it, just move the money over. No big deal. But I like it as a starting point for someone just retired. They do have financial planners, certified financial planners. Maybe not as much experience as I am, but I know some of these guys, and they're quality folks. It is a corporation. So they can't get in the nitty gritty as I can, but they're a good operation. And for 35 basis points, roughly 50 basis points all in, I think that's money well spent there, generally speaking. I don't really think you need them, but some people feel it's like, right when I'm starting out, I would like to have someone kind of looking over this on a regular basis, and that's certainly not me. But I presumably after a couple years of retirement, I say I don't even need that anymore, and that's the way to go. But these 1% fee, it's nuts, dude. So anyway, these are the emails I get on a regular basis, and I freaking love it, and it just it's freaking awesome. So happy retirement, brother. It's well deserved. All right, we'll see you.